Okay, here I've got a 1.7 liter 914 motor from a 1970 Porsche 918. As you can see, it's been very well cleaned, degreased, polished up, and it's got a thin layer of clear coat, heat resistant clear coat. Put the heads on, put all the rockers, push rods and everything in place. It's very clean underneath. Here's the lock number. I've got a replacement for this gasket here. Turn it over some more. Degreased it inside and out. Sorry about the noise, got a neighbor doing some construction. Here's the number on the top. Here's the front view. Now here's all the engine pins. The heater controls definitely have some rust on them. Cylinder covers. The heat junction boxes. Both pieces of fan housing painted with a cast paint, clean on both sides. Two exhaust manifolds there need to be cleaned up, and the heater boxes have rusted the ends. Decent tailpipe, muffler, and engine yoke. And you can see you've got the rest of the engine tins that go around the transmission mount and the firewall mount. All the little pieces. You can see there we've got the bar with the heater flap. The other flap is here. Again, I apologize for the buzz saw. Now we've got the table of parts. Unopened, what are they? Precise lines. These are 4 braided brake lines, unopened. And I have several other unopened gaskets. Unopened and opened, unused, and a whole other set of gaskets. Then I've got the other remaining gaskets that would go with a rebuild, torque head gasket or valve cover gaskets, and I found a lot of replacement bolts for the cheese head aluminums that strip out. Including the hex nuts that hold some of the other pieces in, snap cover for the oil, several original bolts, the copper O-rings, several washers, again various OEM bolts. Washers, retaining clip, door bolt. Then we've got a distributor, alternator, blower fan for the heater, oil and fuel pump components, distributor cap. It's old. Your retaining. Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but you know what it is because it's on the engine. Some various bolts. I think those are the ones that hold your fan housing on. Oh, clutch. Or flywheel. Got some a little bit scratched up, painted, cleaned valve covers with the clips. This is an old throttle cable linkage. Old parts from the carburetor rebuild. Here's the carburetor. You can see a little discolored and some swirls on the top. A little bit of corrosion in the corners there. Probably need a new air filter. Some corrosion along these edges, but the carburetor's been fully broken down and cleaned. Just going around it here. Did it with a rebuild kit that I got from Automobile Atlanta. You can see here it says 3236D FAV. That's Delta. What is it? F. Darn it. Delta Frank Alpha Victor. And then over here we have F as in Frank. 23A as in Alpha. It's either a 1 or an I and an oil filter holder. I guess we can do this there. These are all really clean, polished. Got the intake manifolds. I put a clear coat on it. The bottoms I didn't get yet, so they're just kind of cleaned metal. Both of them very clean. Of course, here's your fan. Haven't cleaned that yet. Missing a couple fins on that one spot, and then another one there. So 2 here, 1 there. As far as missing fins go, your oil reservoir with cap. Various rings and gaskets for the rebuild. Bucket of miscellaneous parts. Your little cap there. Another little cap. Some C-clamps. Oil drain cap. A couple other little flaps. This one looks a little bent. I believe this is your throttle or clutch cable retention clip. These are the old boxes from the last rebuild. Of course, Auto Atlanta CD. I stick that in every bag. And one more thing. Turn the camera off for a sec. Here I've got 16 one-time used 5 miles of the aluminum long bolts for the aluminum wheels that I have. One extra one that's fairly old, and then the original 16 short lug nuts. So I know you know how much these things retail for. So like I said, I only used them once to put the aluminums on, drove it 5 miles, or towed it 5 miles, the project car, and then sold the project car with a different set of wheels, older lug nuts. And so I've got a set of these that go with the set of aluminums I've got, and a set of those. So this, everything you see, braided lines, but I'll pull them out down here, and I think that's it. Alright, here we've got 4 Porsche aluminum rims. Definitely in need of some cleaning or resurfacing, both. The tires have 5 miles on them. I bought them 5 years ago, but they're Futura Euros from Pep Boys. Still got the little nubbies on there, if you can see that. But all in good shape. Just what they are, good Porsche factory aluminum rims. One of the more popular styles, but definitely in need of some cleaning, some polishing, some refinishing maybe. And the tires, still very good, fresh looking rubber. I wouldn't hesitate to use them for general purposes. Definitely not for track purposes though. Okay. Here we've got a standard 914 spare wheel and tire. Tire is appears to be used and in unknown condition as far as reliability, but the rim is in good shape and is your standard 4-lug 914 pattern. Also good for Volkswagens. I think the 74